Good morning, everybody. It is April 1st, April Fool's Day to everybody. Thank you for joining me. I am Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today it is video number 142. So let's get started. We have a lot to talk about. I had a phenomenal birthday yesterday. It was so much fun. I got my birthday flowers from my very best friend Pam. And the balloon, I heard from all my friends yesterday. I was so excited to talk to everybody yesterday. They wished me a happy birthday and I got lots of cards in the mail. So just a great day. And I wanted to get started with this video talking about cross stitch. Today I'm going to talk about a lamp that I really like. I'm going to talk about some works in progress, one English paper piecing, not really a project, but a swap that I participated in that I mentioned a couple videos ago. I'm going to go a little fast today because I've got a gardener I've got to beat. He's going to be pulling up in the driveway any minute. We had some torrential rain last night, so I'm really surprised that he may be here today, but he's surprised me in the past. So let's get started before he fires up his equipment, and let's talk about cross stitch today, and I'll show you a few things that are very close to being done. I'm so proud of them. But first I'm going to do something a little unusual that I don't usually do in my videos. I don't do a lot of advertising for like companies, but something really impressed me. Something you don't know about me is I need good magnification when I cross stitch. I hear it all the time. I see people online on Facebook and Instagram saying I had to give up stitching because I can't see the holes. I can't see what I'm doing. I can't read charts. So I really try and focus. I've done videos before, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. I've done videos on some I did a tutorial on some things that could help you see a little bit better. And this time I'm going to talk about something and include myself in this, because I have difficulty seeing patterns and I need magnification. I cannot cross stitch without magnification and really good lighting. So when I see something, or when a company or someone approaches me with something, generally I don't advertise on this channel. And this is going to be a quick shout out to a really great product, because vision to me is something that if I can't see something well enough, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's not that I'm blind, I can see, but let's face it, as we get older, it gets harder and harder to see, and I need magnification. I need really good light. And I found something, and a company reached out to me. Normally I don't do this, but a company reached out to me and a couple other YouTubers about a lamp that I want to introduce you to. It's from art.com. And it's mostly, the website itself is primarily diamond painting, but when it comes to magnification and lighting, I really pay attention. And they've got a lamp that I really like, something that I can actually lift without it being too heavy. So when I normally cross stitch, I use a floor stand type of lamp where it's very heavy for me and it's hard for me to lift. I can't lift, especially with having a shoulder replacement and a bicep repair. I can't lift anything right now. So when the company reached out, they asked if I'd be interested in taking a look at this lamp. And I thought, I'm interested in this, because my husband has to lug the big old heavy thing upstairs for me because I don't have anything upstairs. This is genius. And I'm going to take a quick video for you to take a look at this. If you struggle with seeing, take a look at this. A short video on how it works, what it looks like, my stitchy spot right next to me in the room next to me, my upstairs area where I have my TV, I've got my sewing machine, and I usually have my Paddock stand with my cross stitch project right in front of me. So let's take a walk over to the next room and I'll show you. I usually have more stuff out, but I cleaned it up for you guys to see. Let's go take a look. Let's walk over to my next room. Okay, here we are in my upstairs stitching area. Right now I have the sewing machine there, and what I do is I push the sewing machine all the way back against the wall. I put my Paddock stand there and I can look out the window. I've got the kitties in the window laying there when I'm usually in here stitching and sewing. But for the most part, I like to put my Paddock stand right where the sewing machine is, and there's lighting, there's my TV in the back, and then I've got the new stand. I am really, really impressed with this new stand. I'm going to zoom in a little bit without trying to shake the camera too much. And you can see the sturdy base. I like that the base is nice and sturdy, clamped on the table. Stuff has to be easy for me. I don't have a lot of hand strength because of all my surgeries. Here's what I like the most, and it's the cover. We've all heard stories of magnifiers being too close to a window, and I love that it comes with a cover. I really like that it has 5 different temperatures, because when I move this over to stitch, so just pretend that my Patoki stand was here where the sewing machine is. What I like so much about this is that it's got 5 different controls. Your controls are right here. And if you turn it back this way here, now you'll see the little opening to where you charge it right here. I like that it's rechargeable. I like that it's easy. I like that it swivels back and forth really easy. You can move it, maneuver it up and down. And I like that there's another one up here so you can also maneuver it to how you want it. And the thing I like so much, like I said, it's got 5 different temperature lights. So you can turn it on, super easy, one click. And you've got the buttons on the side. So up here is the, whether you want warm or you want darker, maybe you don't want as much light on each side. Now you've got cool. So maybe you want a cooler type of light. And on this side, it goes back down to warm. And then it goes bright or dark. So you could choose. I like the warm light. I don't know why, but I like an amber warm light. And then you can go back to cool if you want that. So that's what I like so much about this. Magnification is huge for me because, like I said before, I can't cross stitch without it. So you get a look at the top of it there. And like I said, what I love so much is that I can swivel it, I can swivel it the way I want, look straight down into it. It even has a little extra strong magnification right here. And then you just turn it off. But here's the great thing. Say you drop something, a needle, you just pull this out and it comes out and you can go look for it on the floor. And hold on just a second. What's great is it's now handheld. So you turn your light on the way you want it or as bright as you want it. So you want to go look for, say, a needle, and now you can go look for it on the floor. You're done with that. You just put it right back into the holder and it snaps in. So I can't say enough about this. I like the price. I like that it rotates 360 degrees around. So you could go wherever you want with this light. I like that it's rechargeable. It's about 5 inches wide, 5.7, I think it said. So anyway, it's not often that I talk products, but when it comes to lighting and magnification, I really need that to stitch. I can't stitch without it. So I like this, and I really like how flexible it is, and it's lightweight. That's another thing I like about it. And I also like that it's a metal base, so it's nice and strong. And I like the price. It's $45.99. I sound like I'm like advertising for it, but I actually really am glad that I got this. Super glad. It's only $45. If you go on Amazon, a lot of these lamps, especially floor lamps, are over $100. So that's what I like so much about it. I wanted to tell you guys about it. I wanted to tell you that you can get it on art.com. And anytime that something's going to help me stitch, anything that's going to help me when my eyes get older, like right now, my eyes are not that great. I have to have magnification to stitch, and I have to have good lighting. So like I said before, it's not often that I talk about products. I'm not really one to advertise or talk about products, but I'm impressed. So art.com, and I'll put a link down below for you. So hopefully that video gave you a good idea of what it looks like, how it works, how it moves. Now, something I didn't mention in my last video, when you move it around, when you move that particular or any magnification around, something you really have to remember about magnifying lights is don't look through it when you're moving it. It makes you nauseous. And that just is kind of common sense, but a lot of people will say it makes me nauseated. Well, don't look through it. Move it to where you think you want it. Place it right in front of you. Wait till it wait till it stops. It's not like it moves all over, but just wait till it stops. Now look through it and see if that's going to work for you. If it doesn't, if you want it a little closer to you, look up. Don't look through it. look up, move it towards you, move it to where you think you might want it. Get your stands or your cross stitch to where you think it would help you, stitch where you're comfortable stitching. Now move the light, but look away, look up, look away from it, move the lamp. Now when it's steady, now you're ready to start stitching. So definitely don't look through it when it's moving, because it is magnified. So it's going to make you feel a little weird. It does take some getting used to, but I can't say enough about the lamp. And I try it out, it's $45. It's better than $100 and something. So I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. So let's talk about stitching. Let's get this video rolling. And I wanted to, like I said, anytime I see a product that you can get yourself, that I've used myself, that helps me stitch, that helps with my vision, even if it's just a little accessory, I'm going to show it to you and I'll tell you where to get it. I'm not into making a bunch of money on this stuff. I actually don't make money on this stuff because I don't know how to do the link. They sent me a link and said, if you want to be an affiliate, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to do that stuff. I like to show you guys stuff that helps you work a craft that is easier for you guys. So as you can see, the cubicles behind me or the cubbies behind me are all empty. Everything got boxed up. We are getting ready to move from West Coast to East Coast. And this is our second move. We've already moved the heavy stuff. We are going to get a pod, load up the pod. It's going to be transported and should arrive probably at the end of April. For now, I've got a naked tree. I don't have anything on there. I didn't decorate for Easter. I've got a few Easter things. Let me help my arm. I've got a few Easter things out. This, I think it was a Barbara Anna. I think that was I don't remember what that was. Sweet Spring. Bobby G? Is it Bobby G? I can't remember. Anyway, I've got some Easter stuff out, and I've got, of course, my beautiful flowers for my birthday. I'm so happy. They're just beautiful. This vase is actually a little purse. It's a vase in the shape of a little purse. It's so cute. And I've got a few little things before they get boxed up that I put in the back. So everything's getting boxed up, and we're getting ready to make another move. I'm going to leave first, and I'm taking a zoo with me. I'm going to have a turtle in my car. I'm going to have 2 birds and 2 cats, and he's taking the dogs, and he's probably going to leave about a week or 2 behind me. And that's our plans. We'll be out there for quite some time now. This will be a permanent move. Until we put this house on the market, we will be back and forth a few times. So this video is going to be mostly again about cross stitching, a few things about English paper piecing. I mentioned I'll show that in just a few minutes. Let's talk about a few things that in my last video I had somebody ask me if I work off of a program. It's an app called Markup RXP. I do not have a tutorial on that. I do work off of, and I'm talking about reading a cross stitch chart on an app to where you can magnify it bigger. Someone asked me, do you know if there's a app for GoodNotes for Android? That I don't know. I don't have an Android. Actually, I have one that doesn't work that well. I never use it. If anybody knows, I use GoodNotes all the time. I actually did a tutorial on how to use the GoodNote app. Very, very basic for cross stitching. How can you take a chart that's hard to read, or maybe you just want the chart blown up a little bit so you can see the symbols a little bit better. I did a tutorial. You'll have to look back in my videos for iPhone users or iPad users using GoodNotes. Now, I'm not sure about Android. I can't answer that question. Look at the comments down below. If any of you guys, so my question to you is if any of you guys have an Android and you have an app like GoodNotes that you use for cross stitch, can you let everybody know in the notes down below? And then I'll mention it in the video next time. Let's talk about English paper piecing for just a second. Now, a couple videos back, I mentioned that I was participating in a swap where the theme was hearts. I'm a part of a group. It is English Paper Piecing Collective, and it's on Facebook. So in the group, the admin asked, is anybody interested in doing a hexagon swap? Now, if you're not familiar with English paper piecing, just quickly, I'll show you. It has to do with shapes and pieces of paper, sturdy pieces of paper that you wrap a fabric piece around. And then once you've got a hexagon, you sew them together. You're going to keep sewing and keep sewing and keep sewing. And in previous videos, I've showed where I've put together a cross stitch mat, something I could take to a retreat, and you sew them all together. You can make yourself a mat, a bed quilt, whatever, a table runner, you can make whatever you want. I still will do a tutorial, but with moving right now, it's just too hard for me to get that done. But the swap consisted of 20 hexagons. That was the shape, was the hexagon. She asked us all, if you're interested in doing a hexagon swap, pick one fabric, make 20 hexagons of the same fabric. So I mailed her 20 hexagons of my fabric, just like this. I decided to glue base. This lady, this is a good one to show because it's in her thread is in black. She sew based it where she folded the fabric around, and I chose glue, she chose thread. So she thread basted it all the way around to hold the fabric. That gives me the opportunity while these are in paper to sew these together. And then I just pluck the paper out of it, and I've got the cutest little mat when I'm done. I'm going to receive a Ziploc full of hexagons, all different ones with hearts on it. So it arrived. I was super excited to show you guys because look at the ideas that these ladies had with the hearts. I love this little bug. I think he's so cute. And this has hearts. I'll just flash them super quick so you can see all the different ideas that people had. Now I'm going to make myself a little cross stitch. Look at how cute that is with the hands. I'm going to make myself a little mat based on all the hexagons that the ladies sent. How pretty is this one with the gold? It's like kind of a sparkly gold. All these hexagons, you get the idea. I think this may have been mine. That may have been the one I did. 20 of these, I sent those. And so she takes one from each bag. How cute is this one? And she took 20, one from each bag, and sent us all. This is a fussy cut. Look at that heart, how cute that is. So you get the idea. I'm gonna sew these all together and make myself a mat. And I may add more to this, but it's gonna be the cutest little mat for me to take to a cross stitch retreat. Great idea. It's a fun group, English Paper Piecing Collective on Facebook. Something I forgot to tell you about today, April 1st, 2026. This is not an April Fool's joke. As of this moment right now, I am officially retired. I am so excited. I had a career in law enforcement for almost 30 years. I started as a young girl, just a young teenage girl, 19 years old. I started in records, got a promotion as a detention officer, and I worked in a very, very busy jail. And then I promoted again and became a police officer for LAPD. That was my second police department. I worked there for many years until I got hurt. And I was in a horrible incident and was injured on duty. After almost 20 surgeries, 15 to 20 surgeries, I had some really complicated reconstructions. I've got a lot of hardware in my leg and my hips and grafts and ligament, cadaver grafts throughout my body. They were able to reconstruct me, but I could not go back outside. So the end of my career, I was in police dispatch for my third police department. I loved being an officer so much. I am so proud of the work that I did. I am so proud of the rescues that I got to be a part of. So I am so proud to have been there for those that needed me. I'm so proud to have been there for the children during some very traumatic times for them, during some very traumatic things for people. I was so glad to be their first responder. I was so glad to be the officer that showed up at their door. And I can't tell you enough how much that meant to me. And after I got hurt, I felt that I was still there for them over the phone. It was very, very difficult for me. But being an officer was the greatest job I could have ever imagined. And I'm so happy to be retired and back on the payroll again. And I can't tell you enough. So happy retirement to me. It was a very rewarding job for me. So I want to thank you guys, a huge, huge thank you for those of you that sent me cards. I got a retirement card in the mail. And I got a beautiful bookmark she sent me. It's my friend Pauline. She sent me the most beautiful, I don't think she'll mind me showing this, gorgeous bookmark that she actually diamond painted on the back. Look at this gorgeous sparkly, I'm gonna have to fix the light. There we go. Gorgeous sparkly bookmark that she sent me. She knows I love, and I collect bookmarks. Great cards that I got in the mail from you guys. Thank you so much. I want to say a huge thank you. I didn't ask if I could say her name, but I have someone that sent me some DMC 115. She knows it's my favorite. Variegated red. She sent me some. Thank you so much. She also made me a gorgeous, beautiful card. How beautiful is that card? I thank you guys. You mean the world to me, all of you. I got a thank you card in the mail. Again, I didn't ask if I could say, look at that beautiful sparkly card. And I'm so grateful for your cards and your messages. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, let's talk about some finishes. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to another friend of mine. Again, I didn't ask if I could say her name, but a huge thank you for this gorgeous finish. She sent this for me. She knew I'm a little short on St. Patrick's Day ornaments, and she made this gorgeous piece for me. I believe this is Primrose Cottage. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Primrose Cottage chart, and she made it into a beautiful pillow for me. She also sent me, she knows that I'm really into collecting vintage cross stitch. In my last video, I showed you a project bag that I made, and I'll show you a few things that she sent me because she thought maybe I'd be interested in some vintagey pieces to make into project bags. And some of the bags I'll keep, some I'll give to you guys, and some I'll put up either on Etsy or eBay. That goes back to the channel. It goes back to giveaways for you guys. I mentioned that before, but thank you so much for this. This is just beautiful. I love showing you guys what you can turn your cross stitch into, and she did a beautiful job. That's gonna sit back in the back right there. So here's some of the things that she sent me for my project bags. Heart-shaped, like doilies that I can make into a project bag. And this is the shape of a heart. Very beautiful. I'll just flash that really quick. And then check out this one that she sent me. I love this, and I want to make this into a project bag. I probably will keep this for myself since she gifted it to me. But how beautiful is that? Let me put a board behind it. I haven't had a chance to iron anything. How beautiful was that? Gosh, that's so pretty, you guys. I love this so much. This is what I go looking for, and I'd love to make a nice big project bag out of that. So beautiful. I wish I knew the story of who embroidered it, or who, is it cross stitch? It's cross stitch. Who cross stitched it? But anyway, beautiful. Very pretty. I have 4 things to show you with cross stitch, 2 finishes, couple new starts, couple needle points, and then we'll wrap up the video. So let's show the things I finished. My gardener, I believe, is here. You may hear some machinery in the background, but I'll try and get through this video quick. Let's talk about Seaside. Let's see, where is my chart? Seaside by Prairie Schooler. This is the chart. It's actually called Weatherwise, but the actual chart is the little one right there on top. No, right there in the middle. The sailboat and the lighthouse. Prairie Schooler, this is called Weatherwise. This chart has several designs in it. It's book 145, but I did just the little one, but that little one had a lot of stitching in it. A lot more stitching, but that's my finish. And I think that came out really pretty. This is on 18 count vintage country mocha. So you can see the modeling in the background a little bit. And it's DMC thread, with the exception of the blue water is coloring cotton. Blue in the colorway Capri. I really like that. Not too mottled. I didn't want the water to be all crazy. And I usually use DMC for Prairie Schoolers, and I use the call for usually. But this time I wanted to go ahead and use some of my threads from my stash back here for the grass and for the water. And I think it came out really, really pretty. I do wish it was a little bigger, so I should have maybe gone up a little bit on my fabric, my fabric size. But I think that came out really pretty. I think that just a beautiful scene. So I finished that a couple of days ago, and again, Vintage Country Mocha on 18 count. My next finish is from Little Stitch Girl, and I think I heard that she is no longer designing. Is that the one? Little Stitch Girl? I believe I'm right about that. That she did say that her and her mom are hanging it up, but they're not gonna, I think this is who it is. So this is the chart, Little Stitch Girl, and I love her charts. I also have winter, and now that I think about it, I better grab another chart. I think there's they're all plaid houses. I think that is so cute. I did the middle one right here with the purple. It's called Nightmare on Plaid Street. So I did the one with the flying witch on the purple one right there. Here's the name and the designer. If it's not a daughter mom, Jordan Nicole, I can't remember. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Little Stitch Girl that's not designing anymore. But anyway, here it is. Here's my finish. I think it came out so cute. It is on 32 count Hemingway, and I used the called for colors. They are Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks. The purple is Grape Pie, Plaid, and there's also another orange, another purple in there. It is, I don't remember what the other one is. Grape Pie and something else. But anyway, how cute is that? 32 count Hemingway, and I did use the called for threads. That is the gardeners here, in case you didn't know. Max knows. Anyway, so cute. Finish number 2. Okay, my next project that I have been working on is almost done. I am so excited about this. I can't even tell you. And when you see it, I think you might love it. This is Anzac. I'm going to show you a picture here. This is one I've been working on for a very long time. It's my very first long dog sampler. And let's see, I started this May 1st of 2020, and it's almost done. You will not see this again until it's done, and it's almost there. Oh my goodness gracious, it's so fun. It is on 32 count Dusty Road by Seraphim. Look at that, you guys. I can't even hold it up hardly. Wow. I just got done with the shark. I got done with the turtle. And now I'm starting down in here, the waves. I finished the boat. Now I'm starting, is it a platypus? I can't remember what it is. I don't remember what the animal is. But that is my progress. 32 count Seraphim fabric. Wow. That is just my greatest accomplishment. Now I have to say I did love, oh, it's not back there anymore. Stables at Hollyberry Farm was fun. That was another, no, it is back there. It's right there. It's just not framed. It's behind the frame. That was great. This was great. But wow, you guys, seriously. I'm so excited to start another one. Only next time I'm going to choose some different fabric for my next long dog. I want a wall of all long dogs. So let me show you it up close a little bit more so you can see the koalas, the kangaroos, all the continent of Australia, the reptiles, the magpie. I like him. He's got the little frog in his mouth. He's so cute. The whales. Oh, this is great, you guys. And the turtle, and of course the shark. I just got done with the shark. Anyway, just awesome. And I'm very proud of this. Almost done. I'll show you guys. Maybe next time I see you, I have a month. Maybe more, might be a month before I see you guys again. We'll see. I might be able to get settled back home, get some stitching done. I'll be stitching the whole way along the trip. So maybe I'll come back and see you guys, but we'll see how much I got done on this beauty. Gosh, amazing. I'm not going to get it framed, of course. My plan was not to get it framed until I get back east. I didn't want to have something framed big, like, you know, a big frame, only to have to worry about it being broken on a trip that's that long, that far away from Pacific coast to East coast. Who wants to worry about their framing? Gosh. But we did get one of those things from Home Depot that you can put your frames in real nice and it's pretty secure and stuff. Okay, the next one is another one that's getting really close to being done. This is on 28 count wheat Lugana, and I went looking for another. I don't usually stitch on 28, but I really like this fabric. It is so easy to stitch on. It's an even weave. It's just really nice fabric. But this is 28 count wheat Lugana, plain, just, I think it's by Witchelt, maybe? I'll have to look. DMC thread, and this is called Strawberry Farms. I'll show you the picture here. This is fun. Okay, here's the funny thing. Remember last video when I was talking about that I don't like yellow, that I don't like a big, bright, in-your-face Ronald McDonald yellow. I don't like that. Ronald McDonald. Why do I always think of that guy? Why do I always think of that clown? Anyway, Ronald McDonald yellow. I hate that color. However, in my last video, I talked about a really gorgeous sampler called the Virginia Sampler. Go back and check it out. I started it. Some of the colors were that Ronald McDonald. I didn't like it. And this clown is never going to leave my life. It's like I always think of bright yellow and red. I think of him. Anyway, so in the last video, I talked about I didn't like that yellow. Wait till you see this one. I love this chart. I love this chart so much. It was one of my first big charts that I got. It's called Sunflower Farms, and it's by Cor e Batacore. I'll show you their name in a minute. But anyway, look at the little girl. Show her a little bit more up close, and the little boy scattering seeds on the bottom right. The big old bathtub with sunflowers. I just love this chart so much. So here's the name of the company, Cor e Batacore. And here is one that's almost done. Now I'm going to have a little hard time holding this up with my shoulder. Nope, we're good. Okay, good. That is my progress. Is that the most beautiful thing? But look at the house, how bright that yellow is. My last video, I just said I don't like yellow. Well, now I chose a bright yellow chart. But here's the thing. For the Virginia sampler that I showed in my last video, that bright yellow is not appropriate for it. I don't see it in my mind as something that I like seeing in a beautiful sampler. In this sampler, absolutely. Bright yellow is what it's all about. And that's why I picked it. That beautiful blue and that beautiful yellow. Anyway, that's my progress. And I got a lot done on this. I got some more border done. I got the little honey pots at the top next to the little girl. I got those done. I don't remember if the bird was there when I showed it last time. Let me show it up close. So here's the part I worked on. The honey pots on the table. I got the table partially done. I got to put, I think, another leg. I got the bees done. This is a sign that's to the right of the little honey jar. I should say honey jars, not honey pots. And so yeah, I put in some more bees, but let me show you up close. How cute. I call it a bathtub. It's probably a wagon, but I say a little bathtub. That's just what I want to call it. But there's the house. That house is very much reminds me of Germany. All of the times that I visited in Germany, seeing family and friends. And then we've got the little boy scattering the seeds right there on the right. I love scattering the seeds. I think it's so cute. And then, of course, the crow at the top. So let me fix it a little bit more. Here we go. That is my work in progress, almost done. Just got some more border to do. I think it's going to go out to maybe about there. And that is my progress. So cute. Sunflower Farms by Cor e Batacore. Okay, 2 needle points that I worked on, not even hardly worth showing. And needle pointers out there, I know this doesn't fit my needlepoint bars. I know that. But I did want to show you my Santa. I did make a start on him. Let me put this, I'm hurting a little bit right now, you guys. So I did make a start. So you can see here, I got some needlepoint started, and this I just wanted to flash super quick. Here's the website here. That is Sinterklaas. That is the Dutch Santa. and just a little bit of work here in the corner for now. My next needlepoint is kind of hilarious how big it is. It's ridiculous. But I like big. I like big or go home, right? Go big or go home. I love big projects. I don't know why. So anyway, this is my second one. Let me show you a picture of it here. It's the fox from Ehrman's Tapestry. Isn't that just so pretty? But I actually didn't realize how big it was when it arrived in the mail. I'm like, oh my God, here we go with another big project. But how beautiful is this going to look on my wall? So I did make a start, and here we go. So here's how big it is compared to my head. It's huge, but you know what? It's huge for me because I am a brand new needle pointer. So you can see here, it really shows up good. It's almost like it's popping out like 3D. Here's his chest, that's all done. And then I did some in his legs. Not much, not that impressive, but I did want to show you that I made a start. But boy, it really does pop out. That's crazy. How neat. Anyway, huge. And at least I got some stretcher bars that properly fit. But I wanted to show you that real quick also. In my last video, you guys got to vote on what I would start for my birthday start. Lots of you wanted fairy tale silhouette. Lots and lots and lots of you wanted this amazing chart and on this beautiful fabric. It's by Pole Stitches. I mentioned them several times in my last video. Fairy tale silhouette is going to be so beautiful on that fabric. So now that I've actually made a small start on it, I thought I would show you what the fabric looks like. This is not an impressive start whatsoever, but I wanted to show you the fabric. Let's hold something behind it. Look at that fabric. Is that just not beautiful? So it did start yesterday on my birthday, but I really wanted you to see the fabric out of the wrapper. Now, I don't know how well you're gonna see it now, but you get the idea how gorgeous this beautiful fabric is. It's kind of hard because it's all bunched up, and there we go. Let's show a little bit right there. There we go. That's a little better. But anyway, you're going to see it better more when it's out of the hoop. I usually don't show you things that are in a hoop. I usually take it out and iron it for you. But for right now, that's not an impressive start. But it's the fabric that I wanted you guys to see so much, and I just think that is gorgeous. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? The other thing I wanted to show you is the bag. Now, the reason I'm going to show you this bag is because of Wanda from Pinky Promises Design sent me one for my birthday. And she sent you guys one too. And that's going to be the giveaway for this video, is this gorgeous, gorgeous bag. Look at that moth. Oh my goodness gracious, that moth is so beautiful. And the front of the bag is floral. So if you're interested in a giveaway, again, she sent one for me for my birthday. Thank you, Wanda, so much. She is on Etsy. I put the words all together, Pinky Promises Store. And I can't tell you enough about the gorgeous embroidery. He is gorgeous. So anyway, and then the floral front is just so beautiful. Oh, there's moths on here too. I just noticed that. And I see a mushroom, but I see a moth right here. It's hard to show you guys. But anyway, I have a bag exactly like this, and it's going to be today's giveaway. That's what's housing my fairy tale silhouette bag. So thank you, Wanda. I did get a cone of 310 DMC because I'm definitely going to need that. My next start was not impressive. It's just a few stitches, but I'm going to work on it today. And a lot of people also voted for the London kit by Luca S. London is one of my favorite cities in the entire world. Was it my first international city? No, Berlin was my first city visiting family and friends. So Berlin is a very close to my heart. I have lots of friends in Berlin, so that was very dear to my heart. If I can find a Berlin kit, if you guys ever see a Luca S. Berlin, the city of Berlin, let me know. But anyway, in the meantime, London is also very, very special to my heart. It got started. It is a stitch along. I had one of you write to me. She sent me a message and said, I'd really like to start the London kit. And I'm so excited to have someone join me. So she started yesterday with me on my birthday, and I got to talk to her for a minute. very excited about this. Now it's not impressive. The start is not impressive. It's literally a little square of color and that's it. So not going to show that. Let's talk about stash. Let's talk about a few things. I did get my market order. This year I chose Garon Stitchery. They're the ones, last year I did Barefoot Needleart. This year I did Garon Stitchery. And the reason for that is because I have 2 retreats coming up with Barefoot Needleart. And I knew I was going to be spending some money when I go to their store. So because I'm going in person to Barefoot, I thought, let's do Garon Stitchery for market. And I'll show you some market things that I got when I'm showing my stash. Again, giveaways from my last video. I will have to announce it next time. Next video, I'm going to announce the winners. The first thing that I kitted up, I wanted to show you, came from, in the last video or the one before it, I showed you a magazine. It was Crossstitcher Magazine, and it showed postage stamps. I love this. I still have my postage stamp collection. I used to have pen pals all over the world when I was like 13 years old. And my very, very dear friend Tony lives in the UK. He's one of my closest friends. He's like my brother. I've been close friends with him since I was 13 years old. Tony is a, if I didn't say this already, he's a physician. He's an oncologist, and he's very, very dear to my heart. Someone I care very much about. Me and my husband go and see him and his wife out there, and then they come out here quite often. So this got kitted up because I used to collect postage stamps. Tony used to send me postage stamps from the UK. He also used to send me lots of Princess Diana memorabilia when she was alive. I still have my collection. Maybe someday I'll do a special video and show you my collection of Princess Diana stuff that I got from the UK. A lot of it came from Tony. Postage stamps of the Queen and just so many things. Postage stamps was a huge part of my childhood, and I still to this day love my collection. I will keep it forever. So postage stamps, let's talk about postage stamps for a minute. Anyway, this is the collection of international postage stamps located in, and I don't remember which edition this is. I'll put it in the notes down below how to find this, but this chart, this cross stitch chart, I love this. Some of these stamps I actually think I have. They look very familiar to me. So it's Crossstitcher Magazine. I'll put it to information down below. But I did kit that up, and I should be getting the threads on Friday. I'm going to stitch it just on 32 count. Domingo's firing up his equipment right now, so you'll hear Max. Hold on just a second. This is going to get started probably on Friday. I'll work on this over the weekend. I'm very excited. I'm going to do it just on 32 count fabric white, which I just got in the mail, with 2 strands. Okay, my gardener's going to be firing up equipment pretty soon, so you'll hear Max bark and you'll hear a little bit of background noise, but I think you'll be able to still hear me. So I pulled out some fabrics, and the reason I'm saying, I showed these last year in one of my videos, and I love these fabrics. I want to highlight her again. Her name is Lisa, and she's in Australia. She had sent me a package last year, and she dyes her own fabric. So Australia viewers, this is for you. These fabrics are beautiful. So I pulled them out of my box. All of my stitching fabric is buried in a box, but I wanted to keep this fabric out because I want to use it for a project coming up, and I'll talk about that in the next video. But for now, Paddock Lane Designs, her name is Lisa, and she's located in Australia. Hopefully that's, let me just make sure that that's clear. She's located down in Australia. She does dye fabric. She also is on YouTube, and there's her YouTube name there. Shady Trees with a Z, T-R-E-E-Z Stitchers. I'll show her here. And that's Lisa. So let me show you the fabrics that I pulled, and I want to keep some fabric with me, and this was hers. This fabric is my favorite. She has a Patreon also. This says Patreon Fabric of the Month. It's called Fairy Floss. Doesn't that look like cotton candy? How beautiful is this? So she has a Patreon, and I would love to join her Patreon. Once I get settled back east, I think I will join her Patreon. Gorgeous fabrics. I didn't realize that she would ship to the US, but she did. Anyway, Australia, gorgeous. This is called Fairy Floss. So I pulled that out for another project coming up. Let me show you a couple other fabrics while I have it. And this one is called Royal Dressmaker. These are 32 count. That's Royal Dressmaker modeled fabric. It's really pretty. I like this because it's slight modeled. Now I do like a lot of modeling, but I do like slight modeling. Max, slight modeling there. That's really pretty. Next, the last one I want to show you is another beautiful one from hers. This is also a Patreon, and it is called Croissant. And how pretty is this one? This is Croissant. Gosh, that's so pretty. Anyway, these were all in the bag. I want the cotton candy one for a project, but I wanted to re-show these because gosh, these are so pretty. So thank you, Lisa, so much. Check her YouTube out. And again, her website, PaddockLaneDesigns.com. She has an email, PaddockLaneDesigns@gmail.com. But anyway, that's her name right there. So check her out, especially if you're in Australia and you're looking for hand-dyed fabric. Okay, let me show you a couple of things that I did kit up from this magazine. This is the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Magazine, Spring Edition 2026. I think it's spring. Yep, 2026. So from this magazine, there's two that I want to kit up. I've already got the threads in the mail. I just need to find some fabric. This is one I really liked. It's called Home is Where the Heart Is, and it's by Twin Peak Primitives. I think that is so beautiful. I really like that. I'm going to change the colors just a little bit. I want to brighten up that green, and I don't really care for coral type of colors. I guess I'm going to make it a little bit more red. But anyway, I really like that one. The other one that I kitted up is from the same magazine. It's called The Comfortable Nest. And that's going to get started really soon. That's also, I've already got the threads for that. I just need to get some fabric. Now, if you're thinking about kitting this up, there is a mistake on the, if you go onto 123 Stitch, you can actually click on that pattern from the magazine, and I'll show you the colors here. That one is showing 311. See where I marked it right here? It shows 311. That is a mistake. That's a blue. It's like a royal blue. And the color it's calling for is dark khaki green. I think it's supposed to say 3011 for DMC. So just something to keep in mind on that change. If you order the threads, I believe that's a typo. Get 3011 instead, because I think that's the dark khaki. So I kitted that up. Really good magazine. Love that magazine. Let me show you this project bag that I got for Christmas that I keep forgetting to show you guys. My friend sent it to me, and how about that for using a vintage piece of embroidery needlework on a project bag? Oh, do I love this so much. That is just beautiful. I am going to be making more bags like this. Now, I didn't make this. Let me give credit to Tiger Lilly Designs. She's on YouTube also. TigerLilyShop.com. Look at that. That is just beautiful. So check out her YouTube and check out her website, www.tigerlilyshop.com. Let's show a few more things before Max starts barking. These are the threads I got for the nest. Let's show a few more things, a couple Market things. I got this chart from Market. That is Festive Forest. It's a little dark, but by the Blue Flower. I love the animals on it. I did kit this up, so I got the threads to go with it. Let me see if I can adjust this light a little bit. Oh, that's much better. Okay, Festive Forest. Next, from my friend Gina, I believe she gave me Cocoa Quilt. That's so cute. Cocoa, all the little cups of cocoa on that by Primrose Cottage. Next, I got this one from her, Primrose Cottage Happy Harvest. She finished all of these. No Tricks, Just Treats by Primrose Cottage. She sent me that one. Look at this little one on the back, the little cauldron. Where's that? Hold on. I don't know where the cauldron is, but it shows little, oh, it says available now. So maybe that's an advertisement, but I don't have that one. That's really cute. That's on the, shows on the back picture. Here's a market that I bought. I'm gonna take it out of the package only because it's so beautiful. It's by Annie B's. Now, here's the reason I bought this. My grandma lived in a pink house. Hold on, my grandmother lived in a pink house. So anything I see with a pink house, including the other one, Winter Rose Manor, is on my list to do. And I want to take this lady's name out, and I want to put my grandma, Nola Ellen Latshaw, I want to put her name in there. Down in the Valley is the name of this chart. It's by Annie B's. Let me show it up close. You can see a little bit more, but that's going to get started on a darker fabric, so that white really, really pops. Down in the Valley calls for DMC. It also, they give you the DMC conversion, Weeks Dye Works if you want, and Classic Color Works. Beautiful. Anything with a pink house. I did purchase the Stitch Along, the Lola Crow Museum After Midnight that we talked about in the last video. April 24th is when you're going to get the frame. That's going to be released on the Lola Crow website. I talked about that last video. Here's a few more things I got. This I got from watching an older video. I happened to be watching an older video of Lori Texstylist, and she was showing this one, the Cricut Collection Sugar Cookies. Now she added beads and buttons. It was adorable. This is one of her videos from way back in the beginning. It happened to pop up, like one of her old ones popped up, like video number 2 or 3. And I watched it. Lori is one of my favorite Flosstubers. Texstylist is her name. I'll show you a picture of her here. I talk about her from time to time because she's one of my favorites. So Lori showed this in one of her old videos, and I went and bought it. It's by the Cricut Collection called Sugar Cookies. And I wish I could remember which video she showed it, but it was beautiful. And like I said, she added sparkly thread, beads, buttons, all kinds of stuff. Next, I did purchase, I don't know if I showed you this, All You Can Eat by the Prairie Schooler. I really like this. I like all of them, actually. My dad and I loved fishing. So anything fishing related really speaks to me. And this one says, better a small fish than an empty dish. I love that. That is Prairie Schooler number 97. All You Can Eat is the name. I got a needlepoint kit. Did you know 123 Stitch has needlepoint kits? How exciting. Barefoot Needleart also has a few needlepoints. They might still have some on their website. This I got off of 123 Stitch, a small needlepoint kit called Love. How cute is that little display going to be back there for Valentine's Day? And this is by Design Works. This took some time getting in. So if you haven't shopped with 123 Stitch, they are one of my favorite shops. Everything comes within a week. They ship it within days, except needlepoint. So far, this they ordered it, I think they said. So be prepared if you order needlepoint, you are going to wait a little bit. And it did take probably 3 weeks, I guess. I was kind of starting to think, gosh, that's a little weird. But apparently needlepoint takes a little bit longer. That is cute. I got the cookbook. Every year for market, I get the cookbook. So if you're not familiar with the cookbooks, I'm going to flash this kind of quick. They've got some charts in here and recipes. So chart here, recipes, some are in color. Look at that, how cute that is. There's no way you can read the symbols, so I'm not worried about showing you that. But I do not know how available. Look at these beautiful cookies. Those look good. And then the charts on the other side. So it's a great thing to keep an eye out for when market starts. Now, these don't last all year, I don't think. I think they run out. Only, get them quick when you just check with a needlework shop. A lot of them have these cookbooks, and you can pre-order them when they first come out. I don't know if they're still available. Okay, a couple more things that I got. Willow's Pond Biscornu, and he is so cute. The otter. It's a Biscornu. I would change the color of that. I don't really care for the color of the fabric, but I love the otter. Isn't he cute? And he goes all the way around. So you can see as I spin the chart, you can see he's on each side. How cute is he? And I think he has a name, well, Willow, that's his name. Heartstring Samplery, I got that one. This is one that I got from Stitches Unlimited. It's an exclusive. This is not a market chart. This is only available from one cross-stitch store in Pennsylvania, and it's called Stitches Unlimited in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And that's where I got this one. You can only get it through them. This is Shakespeare's Peddler. And Lori, who I just talked about a few minutes ago, Texstylist, she's working on this right now. It's gorgeous, and I really want to join the stitch along that she has going on. So anyway, you can only call them. They are very nice. Very quickly, they got this out to me. Looks like it's charted with DMC and Classic Colorworks. But that's just beautiful stitched. Watching her progress has been really fun. This I got next, Noah's Ark on a stocking. I think that's beautiful with all the animals. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. This is by Kathy Barrick, and it's called Noah's Stocking and Sampler. Really beautiful. This is one I got from Market. I only got a few charts from Market. This was one of them. Praiseworthy Stitches, Cottontail Cottage. How cute is that with the little kids? It's an Easter one, so I'll go a little closer so you can see. It's Easter. Just adorable with all the kids. And I love the house most of all. I think that house is so cute. I almost don't want all this is gonna sound terrible. I love all the kids, I really do. But I think I want to just do the house with the picket fence and the trees. And I want to add more rabbits. I want it to be more Eastery with baskets and Easter bunnies. Now there are some bunnies on here, but I might take out a couple kids and add some more Easter, like maybe add some Easter eggs. I'd really like to add some Easter eggs. That's a good idea. I love the kids, so I'm going to add kids. It's just that I want to take out a couple. Anyway, very, very cute. Next, I got Bluebird Inn. This is by Quaint Rose Needlearts. Oh my goodness gracious, that's beautiful. There we go, without the reflection. That's really pretty. Bluebird Inn. And again, Quaint Rose Needlearts. Got these all from Garon Stitchery. Next, we've got Finn the Raccoon. It's a biscornu, and look at that adorable raccoon. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Like that a lot. That's by Teresa Kogut. Very pretty. And also I got the Guardian. I actually got a few more charts than I thought. I thought I only got like 4. The Primitive Hare. You guys know I had to have that one. Animals and the dark hair girl. That is me right there. I love black. I'm just going to pretend it's me in that picture with all the animals. I love that. It's called The Guardian by the Primitive Hare. That's going to get started pretty soon. Wonder what the called for fabric is, because it almost looks like a, let me pull it out real quick. Okay, I just pulled this chart out. The whole background is stitched. Holy mackerel. It is like full coverage. Wow. The called for fabric is 30 count white, but I'm looking at the bunny right now, and I'm looking at the animals at the bottom. I'll show you a little picture here. It's all stitched. So that's like a full coverage chart. I didn't realize that. Wow, that's intense. Wonder if there's a fabric flare that would have some dark color up here and white snow in the back. I'm gonna have to look into that so I wouldn't have to do the background. But anyway, huge, huge piece. Beautiful. Last but not least, from Market, Heartstring Samplery. All things wise and wonderful. All these fantastic, beautiful animals. I had to have it. I am thinking of doing it on black. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I really want to do this on black. So we'll see. We'll see what we think about that. But I happen to see someone did consider the lilies on black. It is gorgeous. Oh, so that's my thought with this. All these gorgeous animals and bugs and moths and birds. That speaks to me. All Things Wise and Wonderful by Heartstring Samplery. So I did get the fabric from Barefoot Needleart. This came really fast. for the stitch along for the museum, the Midnight at the Museum stitch along. And that's the gorgeous fabric from Barefoot Needleart. They're the called for fabric. And I got 32 count, and I believe it's a Lugana fabric. The stitch along, Lola Crow says to get even weave, or the Lugana, because it's lighter. You want the lighter, not the dark linen. Otherwise, she said some things might not show. So this is the called for fabric for Midnight at the Museum. Very, very pretty. That's going to look great. Another chart. I'm getting lucky. He hasn't started his equipment yet. Another chart I got. A different one, Coco Quaker from Primrose Cottage. That's different than the other one that I showed. One more that I got. Here are my very first fabrics that I bought from my friend Heidi. She has a YouTube channel. I've talked to her before. I've talked about her before. And she sent me thread drops. I bought some thread drops, but she sent me some extras, which I might do as a giveaway for you guys. She also does thread conditioner. So the thread conditioner looks like this and they smell fantastic. She knows my favorite is fig and something. I don't remember what it is, but this one is peach. And you can, if you have any scraggly threads that are difficult, you can use this on your threads. And this is her logo. Well, let me show you a bigger one. So this is her card, the Cottage Cat Designs. She is now dyeing fabric and it's beautiful. Her name is Heidi. She's on Instagram, but check out these beautiful fabrics. These are brand new and I did buy these and I'm excited to show you the beautiful colors. So this color here, unfortunately my lighting is, there we go. That's perfect right there. The Cottage Cat. She has cat names for her fabric on some of them. So this is Acorn. So this one's not, but some of her fabrics are named after cats. But this is Acorn. You know what? I think she had did she say she had a cat named Acorn? Maybe she did. So beautiful. And I'll show you the back. Look at her labels. Aren't those adorable? So this is Acorn. That is just a pretty color. This is my next favorite. It's called Kai. That's the name of her cat, I think. 32 count Lugana. Isn't that really pretty? Gorgeous blue. I'd like to do it, maybe a long dog or something with ecru, or maybe ink circles or something with a light white, with like a white or an ecru, I think would be really pretty. So this was called Kai. She's on Etsy. This was my favorite. This is called Shadow, and I have a cat named Shadow. This is really pretty. Let me open this up for you guys because I like a little bit of modeling and I really like the vein. I like veins in my fabric. I like the way this looks. And that's a really pretty charcoal color. It's called Shadow. Next, Heidi sent me thread tags. I love, love, love thread tags. She knows I love Halloween. She sent me a couple extras. I did order these and I don't remember which one. The birds I know I ordered. I think she gave me these. I could do these as a giveaway also. So these are, it looks like patriotic. And I like these because these are smaller. She has different sizes. So these are smaller. These she gave me as a giveaway. Let me open these up and see what they are. I see a little tiny mobile home. How cute is that? Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to do these as a giveaway if you'd like these tags. These are pretty. They're like almost camping. Some were camping, evening scenes. That's pretty. Lots of camping ones with the little trailer. Those are cute. Here's one with a little tent. Very cute. I'm going to do these as a giveaway. So she gave these to me, but I want to gift them to you. So we've got two things now for giveaways. We've got the bag from Wanda and from the Cottage Cat. And I'm going to throw in a few extra little goodies. If you want the floss tags, you can say floss tags. Now remember with my giveaways, you have to tell me where you're from. That way I can match your email, because I've gotten emails in the past saying they want a giveaway and they don't match where it was spam. It was like they were just trying to get free stuff. So they actually emailed me and said that, if you can believe that. the biscorn U that I showed you a minute ago, the raccoon and the otter. These are the buttons that I'm going to put on top. They're a little hard to see. This is the otter and this is the raccoon. Let's see if there he goes. Those are really hard to see. You can kind of see them. Those are going on top of the biscorn U. You can get those from Garon Stitchery. And I got 2 packs of them because I wanted an extra for some project bags. Let's see if you can see these any better. The raccoon you can see here a little better. And then the otter, very cute. When I was in Alabama a couple months back, I had the opportunity to visit Garon Stitchery, and I was able to have Gary help me pick out some fabric for a project. It's by Sprouting Lupine, and it has to do with beetles. I showed it a few videos back. I could not find fabric for that. If I think about it, I'll show you a picture here. He helped me with threads and fabric. And you're not gonna be able to see the fabric that well. Let's see if I can take it out. It's 32 count steel by Atomic Ranch. And I think that's gonna be perfect. A perfect color. If you can see that blue, there we go, right there. That's perfect for the beetles. They're gonna show a lot better. So he helped me with that. Gary's really good with fabric. So he helped me with that. I did pick up this chart from Garon when I was visiting. They're a great shop. I did a in-shop video showing all the models. Oh my gosh, there are more models than I've ever seen. Beautiful shop in Ozark, Alabama. Garon Stitchery. So this is a little character called Zeke, and it's Animal Cracker series by Stacy Nash. I got that from Garon when I visited him. Look at the back. And that's him with the mask on. He's got a little Halloween mask. How adorable is this little guy? So I want to do him. Last but not least, I did get a Lizzie Kate called Tiny Tidings. I don't remember where I got that from, but I thought that they were so cute. They would be cute. Now, obviously they're very small. Like you can see them on a tag. I'd like to do them big on big fabric over, like over 2 on big fabric and put them on project bags. I think that would be really cute. And last but not least, I got some haunted fabric. 2 things of haunted fabric. Really pretty. One of them is a giveaway in a future video, but I got me a piece and I got you a piece. Okay, let me show you the haunted. Ooh, that's pretty. Very, very pretty. Something perfect for Halloween. I think that's gorgeous. So Seraphim Fabrics Haunted. And I got that at Garon Stitchery as well. Okay, last but not least, I want to show you my latest project bag that I made. I'm getting to where I really love appliquing the middle picture and then putting it on a bag. And I'm going to get, this is just beautiful. This will be a giveaway in another video, but there it is. That's my latest project bag with an applique heart in the middle. And I think it came out so pretty. It's a good size too. Look at compared to my head, it's a good size. And these are project bags that I'm going to be putting up in either an Etsy shop or on eBay maybe. That's the back. And it's got some little, I don't think you can see it here, some zigzag on the back. And then the interior, I think I just did floral. It's got some floral flowers inside. Anyway, this will be a bag as a giveaway in another video. We'll save it for next time. Or I'll put up, I have a couple of these actually, so I'll put it up in the shop. But I'll let you guys know when I do get some kind of an Etsy shop or some kind of an eBay shop. And like I said, I want to make bags very affordable. I want you guys to be able to have bags. And let's face it, sometimes you don't have the extra money for project bags. That's why I like doing giveaways. But I also like getting a little extra money for my channel because I do so many giveaways. So this one will be up there eventually. I really like this one. This is one of my favorite ones, I think. So perfect timing. Domingo just fired up his machines outside and our yard is getting done. Thank you for joining me. I'm not going to see you guys probably for at least a few weeks, if not a month. If you don't see me in a month, you'll know why. Giveaways. We had Wanda's bag. If you're interested in this bag for this video, this is going to be giveaway number 1. Put the moth bag. That is just fantastic. And a huge, huge thank you from Wanda for gifting you guys. I have like more bags from hers that she's given me. I have to get a chance to give them to you. It's just, gosh, they're so beautiful. So this is giveaway number 1. Just put moth in your comment down below. The number 2 giveaway was the tags. I'm going to give you some tags along with some other goodies. So that's going to be the giveaways for this video. I think that's all I mentioned. The fabric that I got you guys is going to be for another time. So 2 giveaways this video. In my next video, I'll announce the giveaway winners from the last 2 videos. Don't forget to put where you're from. That's most important. Put, I'm from Oregon. I'm from Saskatchewan. Wherever you're from, I will mail international. So thank you for joining me today. Huge thank you for being a follower. I appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.